Okay. Hello, I'm Sal Smith, and today, uh, I need to talk about the whole SJW nonsense. Hmm. Well, let's get one thing straight. I think this is something that needs to be addressed for everyone because I don't think people get this. Between the left SJWs, the extremists, let's call them that, and the extremist right, Nazis essentially, they are the same. They're exactly the same, 100%. Okay, and they support the same things in the same way at the same time. There isn't a damn difference between one and the other. The only difference is that the SJWs try to hide their bigotry, sexism, and racism by saying, well, it's white people, so that makes them evil because they're white. Right, because nobody else can be evil but white people that are men, especially that are straight. Wow, good thinking. It's not like it's a person's actions that causes them to rather be defined by how good or evil they are. It's just the color of their skin, apparently. Gee, that sounds not racist. Sarcasm, sarcasm. Sarcasm actually means the opposite of what you're saying, in case you don't know what sarcasm is. So I just want to clear the board on that. They're the same. They're not good. They're a problem. Now, that said, there's a big difference between what the intention of original social justice is between tainted, twisted, manipulated fuckery that is SJWs. And I'm going to clear that up by using completely different term for what the original intention of social justice was. I'm going to call that social change. Now, what that means is this, okay? Let's just say there's a building and the only way to go to the building is upstairs, okay? So there's stairs that you need to go up. But unfortunately, there's no ramp for the people that are disabled and can't walk and have to use wheelchairs, okay? Or the wheel things, wheelchairs, yeah. So of course, the social change is all about, oh no, there's not a ramp here. We need to find a way to get a ramp and demand for a ramp in a peaceful and sensible, not cruel manner. And that's not what SJWs would do in such a given situation. They would just say, look, this is all your fault. You need to fix it. You're such a bigoted jerk asshole, blah, 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 asshole, blah, 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 blah. Just like bitching and calling you shit every 5 seconds and not doing anything to even attempt to fix the issue, even attempt to put any money and effort into actually put up that fucking ramp. That's the difference. Okay, social change is recognizing problems in our world socially. Let's say, between the homeless and trying to find sensible ways to help them, like get them food, or as SJWs, just bitch and blame white men for everything. And that's just not, like, yeah. I just think that's very important to clear up because the two are just getting so muddled, okay? Can't even use the word diversity without it being mixed in with that SJW thing. Even though the intention of a diversity was just to be inclusive to everyone around you. That was the intention of it. It was just to be inclusive to everyone, no matter their creed, their sex, their race, their belief, whatever. The whole fucking point of diversity is to be kind and loving, at least to treat each other with dignity and not try to treat each other like shit, to essentially not be an asshole. Don't be an asshole. Just a sensible thing. Don't call everyone don't call people shit. Don't treat them like shit, and you're fine. That's what being offensive, racism, sexism, all that shit is simply this. Racism and sexism and truly the real sort of being offensive is not saying something like Merry Christmas. That's not offensive. What's offensive is saying you're a fucking asshole, you blah 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 person of blah 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 skin because blah 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 blah. That's the sort of shit that is racism or sexism or bigotry or just anything like that. And it is wrong and it shouldn't be thought like that. And the other thing that needs to be mentioned is that SJWs do the exact opposite of their intention. They're not trying to get rid of racism or sexism or bigotry. They literally bring it back in full force. They make bullshit assumptions be reassured because of what they do. Take, for example, a comment I read quite a few times when the whole bullshit that occurred with The Last Jedi happened. Okay? When The Last Jedi came out, one of the fucked up comments I remember reading was like, see what happens when you put a woman in charge, blah, 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 nonsense, which is wrong, okay? It is not because Kathleen Kennedy's a woman and put in charge that this shit with The Last Jedi happened. It's because Kathleen Kennedy is a sexist asshole that cares nothing about creating any sort of good content and just enforce her narrative on everyone else, even if it destroys the fucking franchise she's in charge of. She is just a horrible person and horrible at her job, okay? That does not make every woman that does any leading job a bad person. It depends on the person, their attitude, how they treat others, their intention with the job they have, how they do their job. That's what matters, not the fucking... And that's the reason why Kathleen Kennedy failed. It wasn't because she was a woman. It was because she was not only shitty at her job, but because it was because she didn't care. She didn't care about anything but forcing an agenda. And if the whole thing was shit and it killed the series, that's fine. That's what she wanted. Because all that mattered was the agenda. And all that mattered was her thinking. And anyone else's thinking could go out the door. Sometimes you gotta wonder about why we're still here as a species. I mean, some of the shit we pull, I don't want anything bad to happen to anyone, but I don't know. It's just some horrible shit that humanity does, and it just never stops. It always gets worse, and it's like, just try to be kind to each other. Try to love each other, you know. Peace, not love. You know? I don't know. I don't know. Peace and love and not hate. Peace and love and not hate. Oh, can't wait to read the comments on this one. It's not gonna be nice, I'm sure. I don't know. I think I'm good now. See you later.